Alright, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Real quick, alright, with another article, okay, remain in the spirit of prophecy, okay, and, we've been monitoring this whole tariff war, trade war, very closely, alright, knowing the outcome, okay. So it says here, raging tariff war disastrous for U.S. economy, but nothing can be done. Expert to boom bust. So it says with over 2/3, that's spiritual, with over 2/3 of goods coming from China now subject to increased U.S. import duties, Americans are calling for the tariff war between Beijing and Washington to stop. But an expert tells RT boom bust the pleas are futile. Okay, and yes, look, man. If your president was willing to have a government shutdown, okay, because they couldn't come to an agreement, and that lasted for what, a good while, okay, to where people were crying and losing their jobs, like for those who did government jobs, they couldn't work, or they weren't getting paid, Salakia, and then you have people, they told I forgot where it was exactly, but they told them to go do garage sales, so they could make some money. Okay, so if your president, because he didn't get things his way, was able to do something like that in America, how much more for a trade war? All right, with China, he says until he gets his way, it's not stopping, So if like I said, if he could do that, cause that government shutdown and keep it shut for a good while, then why would you think that this would be any different as to him listening to the pleas? All right. It says the tariff increase is a disaster for the U.S. economy, but this is what U.S. President Donald Trump promised 3 to 4 years ago. So it should not come as a surprise, Jeffrey Tucker from the American Institution for Economic Research says. He notes that despite the fact that the trade war may be heading to the courts, with China claiming U.S. tariffs are unlawful, Trump would disregard even the pleas of his own people to push through this protectionist tariff plan. All right, because he is set in his mind to do that. Now, as I read in the article before, okay, concerning this whole trade war, look, we're getting to the point where these tariffs are gonna start taking a toll on you Americans, man. Because at first, yeah, it's like he tax on this, tax on that, tax on this, but it builds up, and they keep putting more and more tariffs, okay, on each other's products, okay, and very soon you're gonna start feeling the effects of that, okay. So it's gonna start getting to the point where a lot of Americans, a lot of people are gonna start getting concerned, and they're gonna start talking about it more because they're gonna notice the prices of things going up, and then they start questioning, yo, what's going on? Why is it so expensive? Well, you ever heard of the trade war that's going on between the U.S. and China? Then they're gonna start, now they're gonna start to see why it was a big deal, okay? Because a lot of things, man, that people take for granted, let the prices for those things go up. And see how much, because people right now are just about a paycheck away from being broke, okay, and that's them budgeting that paycheck to the fullest, So what happens when you have to pay your bills? Plus, now the items that you would buy, whether it be groceries or clothes or whatever it may be, the prices of those are going up. Now it's making life a little more difficult, So it says Trump is acting according to his own ideological convictions, which is very bad for America as a nation. American consumers and businesses are the ones paying the price. Yeah, and you have a lot of retail stores as well, sneakers and clothes, that were telling Trump, yo, you gotta chill, bro. Because it's getting to the point where now they have to increase prices, okay, to accommodate for all this. And who is that gonna fall back on? The American people. All right, the American consumers. And when it gets too expensive for American consumers to buy as much as they used to, then guess what? The flow of money isn't flowing as much. Then the economy starts doing really bad. Okay? which it's already the stock market. You look at it right now; it's already on its deathbed. Okay, so let's see how things end at the end of this year. It says, what is interesting is that the distinct is that distinct from the past rounds of protectionism in American history, the American producer and merchant this time does not support the tariffs. Everybody from fisheries to farmers to energy to retailers is begging for the tariff war to stop. Tucker says, adding that the U.S. administration, however, remains deaf to these calls because Trump holds all the power. See? So, listen, man, this guy is gonna do what he's gonna do, regardless of what these stores and what people say, and people are gonna start feeling the burn of that, man. Best believe it. So, that was just another quick update. Okay, Lord willing, that was edifying and informative to the elect. Okay, we got to keep an eye on this thing, man. Okay, because it's only gonna get worse. There's apparently now they keep talking about they're gonna have talks and all this, but keep in mind that doesn't mean the tariffs are been called off. No, they're still in place. So what happens is when they have the talks, if it's unsuccessful, then they get upset and add more tariffs. Okay, but if it is successful, then Trump might either call off a tariff, or something like that. But what the way it sounded, man, from what Trump is asking for, these Moabites ain't trying to give that. But hey, that's something we're gonna keep an eye on, man. So, Lord willing, once again, this was